Previously on
No one but you.
Do you know how hard it was to get another job in teaching after what you did? How many asses I had to kiss just to get my old job back, huh? You ruined my life.
Yeah? Well, at least you still have your life, you murdering pedophilia.
Oh, that's it. Come here, you little... Hey! You little what? You little what, sir? Huh? What you call my girlfriend, bitch? He stared at me blankly for a moment. I said Megumi, without saying a single word.
Huh? What? What? Is this a bad time? I'm sorry, but I just overheard it and, I was all like, what's the matter, huh? Teach? Megumi? Would you like to explain? Oh, is this, I raised the cell phone in my hand, showing the camera clearly pointing towards Mr. Ketsu. What's wrong, guys? Showing in front of the camera? I'm just, just taking it. It's not like I'm gonna put it up on YouTube or anything, I said no.
Hey, come on, don't be like that. I have seen the way you look at me before. Don't try to deny it by acting all innocent. Just a little won't hurt, will it? Come on.
Please, I don't want this. One day after school, on a day like any other, I headed over to the student council club room. I was running a bit late after performing cleaning duties for my classes, so I hurried over as quickly as I could. When I reached the club room, however, there was a sign on the door saying that the club wouldn't be meeting, and that we should go home straight. At first, I thought nothing of it. I was late, so surely one of the other members must have left a note for me to find. But the moment I turned to walk away, I heard the unmistakable voice of my sister. Leave me alone. Get away from me, you pedophilia!
Doi! Oh, now you've done it. Doi, what the fuck? Yo, bruh, what the fuck, bruh? Oh my god. Are you trying to doggy style Megumi-chan's sister, bruh? What the fuck? I thought you were a nice, prim and proper girl, but to use such a foul word. You're just like all the other bitches in school.
I quietly slid the door open just a fraction, completely unaware of what was going on inside. And the moment I did, I froze. Stop it! What do you think you're doing?
Whatever I want, you little bitch!
What I saw was Hitomi's homeroom teacher, Mr. Kitsuna, holding onto my sister from behind. She was in pain, fiercely resisting his grip, trying desperately to break free. But the man, many years her senior, was undeniably stronger, and his position gave him the advantage. Ripping her hair out with one hand, he started to undo Hitomi's shirt with the other.
What?
No, you can't do this. Don't you care about what will happen to you?
What will happen to me? Don't be silly. Nothing will happen to me. At worst, I'll just get transferred again, due to the nonsensical raving of a broken little girl.
Mr. Kitsuna continued unabated, undoing next button on Hitomi's shirt. Her words were having no effect on him. If anything, her resistance excited him even more. You're sick. I'll help to rescue you. You'll never see the light of the day again.
Do try. I love it when the seemingly strong girl resists. Those are other bitches fawn all over me, but where the fun if there's no chase, huh?
This isn't a chase. You're a criminal.
A rose by any other name. More importantly, He-chan. Are you a virgin?
What? You horrid pedophilia.
There's that word again. For a straight-A student, you don't seem to be very smart. I guess we'll just have to fix that attitude of yours.
Mr. Kitsuna undid another button of Hitomi's shirt, then another. She continued to flare her arms, but her teacher was too strong for her to break free. She needed help, a third party to intervene, and I was too scared to move.
Megumi-chan, why?
In front of me, I saw my beloved sister, the person who meant more to me than anyone else in the world, being attacked by an older man, and I froze. I recognized how helpless and hopeless her situation was. I knew that she needed my help, and yet I couldn't move. My peerless older sister, my role model, my idol, the perfect human being, was in trouble. A situation unlike any other she's been in before. My beautiful, courageous, serene older sister, a girl who could calmly think through any scenario before her, but being enveloped by a scene even she could not find her way out of. My beloved sister was going to be raped. She would have her chastity stolen away by force, taken by a coward certain who sought to prey on the weak. My perfect older sister would be a shell of her old self, crippled by a disgusting pedophile who wanted nothing more than to satiate his own lust. A despicable, lowly insect of a human being would be irreparable harm to my sister, and I would stand by and do nothing? The more I thought about it, the angrier I became. I could feel the door frame shift in my hand as the strength of my grip increased, threatening to crack the wood as I looked towards my enemy with utter malice in my eyes. I had never felt so angry in my life. At that moment, I wanted nothing more than to violently murder the man in front of me. And when my rage finally consumed me, I was afraid no longer. Leave my sister alone, you disgusting rapist! I slammed the door open with as much force as I could muster, screaming loudly enough that any remaining students on the same floor could hear me. Both Hitomi and Mr. Kitsuna stopped dead, rendered speechless by the unexpected interruption. Megumi? Hitomi softly uttered my word, my name, as though confirming that she wasn't seeing an illusion, but rather didn't display relief or gratitude.
So, this is your little sister, huh? Fuck! Why is she crying?
No, please! Leave her out of this!
Oh, and just why should I do that, huh? Listen to that foul mouth of hers. You already corrupted her. Obviously, she's in need of some education.
No, you can't! Run! Megumi! Don't let him chase you or catch you!
Shut up!
Showing no concern of herself, Hitomi begged me to escape. Mr. Kitsuna herself, rather than... Or, God, I'm Megumi, fuck! Mr. Kitsuna himself, rather than feel worried by my presence, saw me as a tool to leverage my sister. They both saw my attempt at saving my sister as little more than interference, unnecessary and without purpose. Like hell I am! But I wasn't able to give up. Even if my sister told me to save myself, there was no way I could abandon her. After standing idly by, completely oblivious to the treatment she endured, unable to do a thing to help her, I reached my limit. Let her go right now, or I'm going to scream until every teacher in this school come running, you filthy pedophilia!
You...
Mr. Kitsuna snarled once more, agitated by my words. From the moment I started eavesdropping, I noticed that one word in particular seemed to drive him crazy. Well, Mr. Pelophalia, are you going to release her or not? Mr. Pelophalia? We wouldn't want to get fired now, would you? Mr. Pelophalia? Mr. Kitsune glared at me angrily, tightening his grip on my sister's hair.
You little bitch! Every bit as horrid and contemptible as your rat-back sister.
Megumi, stop it! You need to get out of here! I'll leave when this sick pig leaves! Though, I suppose a pedophile like him would rather stay at school than go home. So it might be a while, I guess, yeah!
Shut up! Shut the hell up!
Turning more of his attention towards me, Mr. Kitsune continued to grow madder and madder. But his grip on my sister's hair didn't loosen at all. If anything, his violent shaking was causing her more pain than before. No, oh no. Mr. Pelophalia is getting angry. Yeah. Say, Mr. Pelophalia, why are you transferred here anyway, huh? Did your pedophilia's tendency get the best of you, huh? Were you outed as a pedophilia, huh? Stop provoking him. You don't know what you're doing. I guess my pedophilia never changed, huh? You can't take the pedophilia out of school, but you can't take the...
Shut the fuck up!
That moment, I finally understood my sister's desperate pleas.
ちょっと待って。what? What?
Are you fucking serious right now? Are you fucking serious right now? Yo, what? What?
What?
From my position in a doorway, looking directly towards my sister, I could see everything. I watched in horror as my sister, screaming at me to run away, had her head slammed with violent force against the table in front of her. I clearly saw her tongue being severed by her teeth, and the unbelievable amount of blood that followed, I mean. I froze, staring blankly at the scene before me, as my sister bled out.
Oh fuck.
Mr. Kitsune, the man who had just bashed my sister's chin into the table in front of them, was speechless. Seconds ago, he was agitated beyond belief, consumed by anger and lust, but now, standing in a pool of his victim's blood, my sister's blood, reality had finally struck.
No, this is... I never meant to...
Shocked by his own actions, Mr. Kitsune remained frozen in place. What was intended to be an act of lust and domination ended in death, a result nobody presented as predicted. And in the face of this vile scene, not even the murderer himself could keep his cool. Unlike Mr. Kitsune, I did not flee the scene. I didn't move, didn't speak, didn't register anything happening around me. Despite standing, I was practically comatose, rendered useless by what I had just seen. My thoughts continued to cycle through memories of Hitomi, fond recollections of our time together, peaceful days I thought would never end, but ultimately, I realized that there was only one memory that mattered. I tried to save my sister, I tried to help her. I wanted to protect my beloved sister, who meant the world to me, and before whom I would have done anything. And I God killed her. Despite thinking that way, I didn't really blame myself. Even if my intervention had been the trigger, I was lucid enough to realize I wasn't to blame. There was someone else. The person who caused all this. The person who set all of this into motion. The one person I could never forgive. Kitsuna. I quietly uttered myself, unaware that those who had heard the collective screams of my sister and I had arrived.
Kitsuna! As in Mr. Kitsuna, the new teacher.
What about him? I don't see. Despite the urgency with which they had arrived, the few people who did show up were totally relaxed. Or at least they were. Right until...
Oh my god! What the?
Good heavens! Is that... Students, don't look! Upon setting their sights on my sister's fresh corpse, the students and teachers who gradually arrive at the scene all had the same reactions. Students were repulsed, teachers were horrified, yet they all just stood around, contributing nothing at all. Kitsuna, he did this.
Huh? Miss Hinohara, what are you?
I'm telling you, it was Mr. Kitsuna! He did this! The disgusting pedophilia did this!
Calm down, Miss Hinohara. Just take a deep breath and...
He did this! He tried to rape my sister, then he killed her! I saw it! I saw all it with my own eyes! I continued to shout, telling everybody who would listen about what I saw. I repeated time and time again that it was Mr. Kitsuna who was responsible. He was the only one who killed my sister. And in the end, he was caught. Blood stains on his shoes, my sister's hair on his shirt, and his fingerprints embedded into her flesh as bruises. Although it took a while for DNA tests to be conducted, and for that man to be charged, everybody knew without a doubt that he was the one who killed my sister. But even with the man responsible and in custody, life didn't get any better. My parents, utterly broken after having lost their first daughter, refused to so much as look at me. My mere existence reminded them of Hitomi. Just by being in the same house as them, I was causing them pain. I was then that I realized Hitomi was the lucky one. Without Hitomi around, and with my parents rejecting me outright, for the first time in my life, I was completely alone. Left behind by my own family, I experienced agony, worse than death, soul-crushing loneliness which Hitomi could no longer feel. And my parents simply refused. I craved their attention more than anything. I wanted my family to acknowledge me, to see that they still had another daughter. But as time dragged on, their wounds did not heal. Upon realizing that I no longer had a place in that household, I quickly moved out. My parents readily agreed to rent an apartment for me, anything to get away from me, and I started to live on my own. I brought with me only my school supplies and clothes, happy to live on minimalistic lifestyle as I try to regain my sense of self. Or sense of self, I mean. Between talks with police officers and counselors, I hadn't been to school since the day my sister died. Nor had I done anything for myself. So when I moved out, I saw it was my chance to rebuild myself anew. I would become the person I always wanted to be. The happy, energetic, reliable person I always look up to. No longer living in someone else's shadow. I would finally have an identity of my own. Adopting the best parts of my idol, I would surpass her at last and become someone who could have been her equal. And that is how I become who I am today.
Oh! Holy shit!
Yo, what the Sorry, I didn't think I may have gotten a little off topic there. It's a long story, so it's hard to keep on track without leaving out any details.
Holy shit! Bruh. Girl! Bruh!
Why? I clutched my hands tight, as I had continued to do during Megumi's recollection. I could feel my hands going white, and my nails threatening to break the skin. Hideaki? What do you mean, why?
What do you think I mean? Why would a person like that? Why would anybody do such a horrible thing to another human being, huh? Why would your parents choose to live in grief rather than to be thankful for the daughter they still have? Why would have the police ever let an inhuman monster like that out of prison, huh? Why? Just why? I screamed at Megumi as a few tears began to stream down my cheeks. My face was hot, and I had no idea what kind of awful expression I was making. Even so... Hideaki? Megumi just smiled at me. After telling such an emotion and depressing story, after seeing my face riddled with anguish and empathy, Megumi smiled. I wish I could tell you, Hideaki. I don't know why my parents feel the way they do, and I hope I never have to find out. I don't know why Mr. Kitsuna was let go either, with all of the evidence stacked against him. It seems inconceivable that he would get out of prison, let alone teach again. Honestly, I don't think I can answer any of your questions. I simply don't have the answer. Even so, thank you, Hideaki. Huh? I don't understand. Why are you... Hideaki? When my sister died, I thought my life was over. I thought that I would never smile again. That I had nothing to live for. Further to that, with even my parents shunning me, I was truly alone for the first time in my life. I was devastated, isolated, exiled. I desperately craved the attention, the warmth of another human being. In the moment I laid eyes on you, I knew you were the one I was waiting for. Megumi continued to smile, not hesitating in the least to speak such embarrassing lines. I know it sounds corny, but I truly believe that what I experienced was love at first sight. As time went on,
I thought that feeling would fade. I realized that it was just physical attraction, or that I was mistaken, and yet, the more I learn about you, the stronger my feeling grows. Hideaki Naito, a pure, innocent, kind, helpful boy who's fun to be around. Someone who can go at my pace, yet take control when things go wrong. You put up with my selfishness, I mean, yet you've never been afraid to speak your mind. You softly reprimand me, making me want you to scold me all the more. And then finally, today, you cried for me. You defended me when I needed you most. You got angry for my sake. You cried over the pain I felt. You listened in silence as I told you everything. Hideaki, now more than ever, I'm absolutely certain that I love you.
From start to finish, Megumi happily confessed her feelings. Her teary eyes, blushing cheeks, and smiling lips filled me with uncontrollable anxiety as I returned her loving gaze with quite shock. However, knowing that I couldn't remain that way forever, I gave her the only answer I could think of. Without saying a word, I took Megumi in my arms and stole her lips. She was surprised at first and almost jumped back, but as soon as she realized what was happening, Megumi forcefully returned my embrace. Her soft lips pressed against mine, leaving no space between us. I could feel every inch of her warm body pressing up against mine. Even Megumi's heartbeat was clearly felt by my body, beating wildly as she tightened her grip, unwilling to let go. But as she squeezed the air from my lungs, I had little choice but to go against her. Whoa! Calm down, Megumi. Let me breathe once in a while, okay? Yeah. I know I was the one who started it, but still, damn, girl.
I'm sorry. It's just, I've dreamed about this for so long. I guess I got a little too excited.
You dreamed about us kissing, girl?
Yes, among other things.
Not good. If she starts saying those things while our bodies are pressing up together like this, fuck, Megumi's bound to feel my.
But that isn't what I meant.
What?
What I meant to say is, I've dreamed about my first kiss, about my first boyfriend. It's not that rare for a high school girl to think that way, you know. I know, but for someone like me, cast away from everyone she cares about. Honestly, Hideaki, if I didn't have you, I don't know what I'd do.
Megumi. So, that's how it is. I kind of figured from her story, but I understand now why Megumi was or has been so clingy and friendly. For someone who has lost everything, it's only natural that she's be desperate for companionship, whether in the form of love or just friendship. And yet
Hideaki? What's wrong?
Megumi, I need to apologize, girl. Fuck! Oh! I'm sorry I'm calling you a Yandere in the beginning. I'm sorry I was creeped out at you, girl. I'm sorry I judged you, girl. Fuck! I'm sorry. I'm sorry I complained about your fucking... Megumi! Fuck!